welcome to this sit down vlog. So I've had various messages from people saying, could I give advice on how to talk to boys and conversations that consist on boys. So all this stuff with boys will be down to anxiety, fear of rejection, probably even involves some long distance issues. And if that's the case, I'm going to try and give you a step-by-step guide. And if I ramble, I'm sorry, there will be some advice in there hopefully that will help you. So number one, don't wait or let them make the first move. Because 9 times out of 10, never happens. And 2, we're going to get onto the anxiety now. That's number 2. If you're anxious and you have anxiety, or you're on the borderline of anxiety, and this is what my therapist taught me, so sorry if this grosses anyone out. 1, you picture the boy naked. Or 2, you picture them as your favourite celebrity, which can have mixed results, which makes you more anxious. Or it works and it gets you talking, it gets a conversation sparking up, it gets you finding out if you have common interests, if you do, what kind of music you like with each other, what kind of games, anything like that. If he's a gamer, if you're a gamer. If you guys play instruments. So you've got a conversation starting there. Now moving away from the anxiety, you've got the fear of rejection. Now, don't go doing what my friend has done, because that's just too extreme. If you have a fear of rejection, don't barricade yourself in the house. That's just too ridiculous. Because everyone copes with rejection differently. My friend has gone OTT, over the top, if you didn't know what that means. Also, I'm going to tell you a little story about me. I was rejected after 2 guys, 2 of my exes, did some really naughty things to me and slung me to the curb. Not literally, I'm way too heavy. But metaphorically slung me to the curb. And now I do have trust issues with boyfriends. And just the fear of rejection when it comes to my current boyfriend. If I ask him something, I'm fear he would reject the idea, or fear of just being rejected on anything. As well as trust issues. But with this whole ex-boyfriend getting kicked to the curb and rejected thing, rumours started flying as well. And so did the hate and name calling. So I got called a whore, I got called a slut, I got called a sleazebag and everything else. But when that happens, don't reply to the rumours, because it'll just make you feel crap, it'll make you feel low. And with that, I got to the point of suicidal, I got to the point of self-harm. Which is why I wear long sleeves, bracelets, anything to cover up scars. So, that's the story of what happened to me. I'm not saying what the nasty things were. I'm not saying who the people were, because that's for social matter. Police. That's how bad it was. But let's move on to number 4, because we're getting way off topic. Long distance. Now, a lot of you could be dealing with the whole anxiety mixed with rejection, but you're also going to be coping with the long distance, not seeing the guy for, say, 3 months, 4 months, a year, depending on who you guys are and who they are, and how far they live, what part of the world they live in. If I take me and my boyfriend, I live in the UK. He lives in Brighton. And because he's got his own band as well, he tours, like just do little pub tours. Not as in pub crawls, although he probably does that as well, but he does all that. So, I don't know when I see him again. I don't know when he'll be back in Brighton, so I can go over there and see him. But you'll be dealing with the same issues of where he is, where you are, when will you see him again, when would be the next best time to go to him, or when would be the best time for him to come to you. You've got all that. So you've got to fanny around with calendars, you've got to fanny around with like diaries. And then you've got the whole, well, what if it's a case of, I like this guy, but this guy doesn't notice me, or... And if that is the case, then you've got the whole fanfic scenario, which you can use to your advantage. Well, guy I like, he doesn't notice me. What can I do to make him notice me? Why don't I do something that I've never done before, like wear makeup, or wear something that I hardly ever wear, and hardly ever wear to like school, college, uni. Or there's the whole, well, I could try and go up to him or walk past him a few times. Just little things you see in fanfics. And if you are going to go up and talk to him, like I said, make sure you script it. Even if it turns out to be a fanfic scenario, but don't make it too smutty and slutty. And if it's a case of long distance, hardly ever see them, you've got the whole, well, I'll schedule a date to hang out with them, or we can schedule a Skype call in, or one of us could be spontaneous and meet up with the other at their place. Even if the place is, I don't know, if they're, say like me, they're touring, scheduled to meet up with them somewhere, if they're like where I am, and they come touring here, or say one of the girls that I spoke to, I won't say her name, but I'll just mention a little bit of the scenario. She goes to her cousin's baseball games every 3rd day and only sees him once. Maybe do something really, really spontaneous and sit next to him. If he does something really spontaneous back, like talks, or anything, just strike up a conversation. Even strike up like, do you want to go to the movies? Or do you want to go bowling or something? Don't even pick the date, let him do it. Just suggest a few places, and if he agrees, or if he suggests a few places. Amongst all this rambling, I hope there's some good ideas in here for you. And I hope this helps people. But what I am trying to say is, don't seem too desperate. If there is a fear of rejection there, try and overcome it. If you get with some friends and they help you through it, if you Even if you try and text me and I try and give you a few ideas, even if they seem pretty lame and you've tried them before, keep trying at them. Or you can ask your parents and say if I ask my mum, what would I do in a scenario where I got a boy that I like but he doesn't recognise me, and then the tables flip, he likes me but I don't notice him, and is there anything you would do different that I should have done? Even get your parents' advice like that. I did. Just little things like that. And I hope this video helps someone. If it does, give it a like. If it helps some of your friends, share it around. And I'll see you in a gaming video very soon. Peace out and bye.
Shut down.